In today's class, we'll see how to read test data from the JSON. Previously, we have seen how to read test data from the Excel file. In today's class, we are going to see how to read the data from the JSON. What are the advantages if you read test data in Excel sheet when we will go for to maintain the test data? If we have more manual testers also involved to keep input in the Excel. Sometimes what will happen, manual testers also, they will just execute it. Instead of analyzing all those things, what they will do, they sometimes they will also involve to run the test cases. So in those cases, any test data, very right, to update the test data, to easily understand to business people or manual people. In Excel, they will be more comfortable to update it. But what are the disadvantages here? Suppose multiple people are working in Excel, what will happen if anything happens? Suppose someone deleted here, someone updated something, but we cannot track it. In the Git also, it is very difficult to track the Excel file changes. It is very difficult to track it. Suppose if any issue, something they have added junk characters or some space or some other things. If by mistakenly they have added, but our scripts are not working. Excel is not reading. It is very difficult in which sheet, in which Excel we got the issue. It will take some time to identify those issues and we have to fix it. So that is the disadvantages we have. It is also a, then if you maintain in the JSON, maybe if you don't have any manual testers involvement in the automation, then we will go, it's better to go for JSON file. It is a lightweight file. That means we can read data from the JSON very fastly compared to Excel. And also it is very easy to update it also. Right. We will not get the most 99%, we will not get any issues. There is no chance of making any issue in the JSON file. So, and history also, we can track history of the JSON file very easily. Who changed, who modified, like Java files. We can see who committed which version, who committed what. Similarly, in JSON file also, it's very easy to track it. If anything, someone by mistakenly they have updated, now scripts are not working, we can easily find out what changes they have updated. We can easily revert back it. These are the some of the advantages, disadvantages we have. But manual testers, JSON file updation is a little bit difficult. So they have to come into the code. They have to come into the code. We can train them. That is not a big challenge. We can train them and just we need to keep the data only. So it's not a big task. We can train them. So we can, it's better to go for JSON. We will see how to maintain red test data. I have created already. So same as whatever we have created Poja class. Previously, we have created Poja class and we have read data from the Excel and we map it to the test data object. Similarly, same file, same Poja class, we can use it. Same project class, we can use it. So we have to maintain all the names in the sync so that it will work. So I have created for now, just now, I have created a separate. First thing what we have to, what is the structure we need to keep it in the JSON file. Okay, first I will show you JSON file. Okay, here I am maintaining the multiple data. First we are giving the key. This is the test case name. Key is the test case name inside a double quotes. What is the test case name? Here started with the curly brackets. It will end with the curly brackets. And then inside it, first test case. Key and then again square bracket. This is the first test case. We can give here key value, test case name, test case description, base URI, request path, request method, headers. Here coming to request header, this is the one more object here. One more object request header. Here we can give multiple headers. If we have multiple headers, give the comma and then enter it so that we can read this data into a map. We can read this request headers into the map. Previously in Excel also we have done same thing. Here also it's very easy compared to Excel. Here it is very easy to read. And then what else we required? Request parameters. These are also we required into map. Path params also we required into map. And then expected response data. What to validate from the response. This is also we required in the map. So we can maintain. So that is very easy to maintain it. Right. If you have tomorrow few more fields, you want to add it, just add it. That's it. It will read automatically into the map. So second test case, this is the first one. Next one is create test, create user test. So same thing we have to keep it, but here additionally what we will get a body. For body we have to give the what is the previously in Excel what we have done under SRC test resources we have maintained the user request.json. Similarly here also we can maintain it. Here also we can maintain it. Okay. Just let me open Excel file. Okay, we will copy. This is I have created in another project. So I will copy in our regular project, our framework project. We'll create here under test data. This is the Excel. So I will create under test data one more folder JSON test data. Okay, under JSON test data, we can keep it. Both also we can maintain Excel and JSON also. No problem. It's better to use only one. If required, both also we can do. So let me open this Excel file. We will copy from the Excel file. Same thing, whatever the data we have used here. Key is the getter first test case, get users test. What is the description? We can give some meaningful description. We have to give in the test case description. What is the this is the base URI. Go rest dot. Same thing is there, right? Right. Request path is slash users get. Request method is the get. And then there is no headers, nothing is there. And the content type, this is an optional, but I just have written inside so that we can get some idea how to pass it. Request headers, we don't have parameters, path param, request body, content type. Okay, this is the content type. Okay, here we have given. Request headers, we can pass content type or directly we have a field also. Right, instead of these headers, we can remove this. We don't require, already we have content type field, so here we can pass it. And then expected status code 200. What is the expected response data? Expected response data here. Just a status code. We are verifying status code only. Just if we have, we can keep it here, key value based. Second one is create user, comma. This is the first test case completed. Next one is key. Inside double quotes, colon, and then again open the curly brackets. Same thing, we can copy paste test case. These fields will be same. Only inside content will be different. Get users, get a specific user. We will see create user. Next one is create user. What is the description? Same thing, we can keep it as a create user. Base URI. I think base URI is same. Here request path will change. Okay, create user, right? Same thing, users. But request method is post. Request method is post. Content type application. This is an optional. Already we are giving. Okay, no, here we don't need. Content type applications are JSON. And then what is the okay? We have to send request header. One more is authorization. We have to send the request headers. We have to send the authorization. We have to keep it inside double quotes. and then colon. Again, bearer will be in the same inside a authorization. Then what else we required? Request body. Request body is user request dot JSON. Request body JSON file. Inside a test data, inside a SRC test resource JSON request, we have a this is the file name we are giving. Then expected 200 201 for created 201. And then what is the expected response data validation name equal to, we are validating name equal to conventional. Just keep it. If we have multiple, give the comma, and next line we have to give second. For now, just I am giving only. If we have multiple like this, we can add, delete, update, all this. Just I am adding these two. First we have prepared this. And then similarly, we have to keep the project class also. We have to keep the project class. So just I am keeping, we can make it same previous one as same thing we can use. Just let me create another one for now. Right, we have to modify if you want to use the previous one. So some naming conventions we have to keep, both will be same, then only it should work. So what happened? Refresh. Okay. I think it's updated. Same name we have given, right? That's why it's got updated. Okay, now I want to revert back it. Right, by mistakenly what I have done, I have copy pasted it, got to replace replace it with the old one. Now the advantage is we have committed with the Git. So it's very easy for us. I will go to this path. Okay, I'll go to this path and okay, we'll see Tota is Git, right click, check for modification. Okay, we can see what are the files we have updated. Okay, if you open test data.java. Okay, see these are all got replaced. Now how to revert back it? Right click, revert it. Okay, just it we will get the old one. Old file, just refresh it. Okay, we got the old one. Just what I will do, I will make it as a replace JSON test data. JSON test data. Copy this project lines. Okay, fine. Same thing. But here, what is that? Make sure we have to make sure that here data type, string data types we are using, string and name. So make sure that this variable name same as here. Same name we have to give. Test description, test case name. Test case name currently we are mapping this one. This will map in automatically. We will see how this will map. Second thing is test case description, base URI, request path, request method, request headers. Request address is a map. We want to map this request address, request param, path param, expected response. These are all maps because we will have a multiple key values. So we have to keep it as a map. See, same name, we have to same variable name, we have to give request headers, map object. These are all we are maintaining map. Remaining all are strings only. Provide the getter and setter methods. Provide getter and setter methods. Then this is the first thing is we have to prepare the test data.json file. Second one is the project class and make sure these names should same as variable names. Then only it will map. Otherwise we will get some issues. So next thing is I want to read this data, JSON data, and map it to JSON test data. Right. I want to read this JSON file and map it to this project class. So for that I have created one more JSON util. Okay, here we are using JSON test data. Okay, same thing in the map. While reading data into map, what we have done? We have created one map. Here I am creating a map which take a test case name. This is the test case name. And this entire thing is the JSON test data. Right. We have created a project class. So give that project class name. I want to create a map with like this. Create user JSON test data, get user test data, delete user test data, like that. Create the map object. Static map, private static map. Then here the important by using the object mapper. To use this one in the POM file, in the pym.xml file, that we have to add one dependency. JSON DataProvider. We have to add this JSON DataProvider. So inside a rest assured POM file, open your POM file. You can open Maven repository. You can search for JSON DataProvider. We will get it. Just to open this. Okay, already I have. Okay, fine. JSON DataProvider. I already have it. JSON DataProvider. If you want to add it, what you have to do? Just open the browser and then Maven repository. You can go to mavenrepository.com and here we can search for JSON DataProvider. JSON-DataProvider. Then we will get this one. First one, faster XML com.faster XML.json.co. We can take the latest one 2.20. I will update 2.20.0. If you are getting any issue, just change it to previous version. Okay, once you save it, it will download automatically from the Maven repository to our local repository to our project. Right? Inside a Maven dependencies, you can find out JSON. See, here it is added JSON DataProvider 2.20. Right, once it is added, then come to our JSON util class. We have to create the object mapper. Object of the object mapper. Then from where I want to read the JSON file, my JSON file is under here. To get the dynamic project path, how to get it? System.get property. So that up to here, it will be in different systems, it will be a different path. So I want to get this path dynamically. So to get that dynamically, system.get property user.dir. So next thing is, it is common from here, SRC test resources. Under that JSON request, I have given a, we are reading test data, right? Okay, sorry. Go to test data, SRC test resources. Under resources, we have a test data. Under test data, we have again JSON test data. We have to give the folders. And then what is the file name? File name of it, test data JSON. Test data.json. This Excel file. Okay. This is the path. First, we have to give the file. We have to create the object by giving the path. First, we have created the object mapper class, object mapper, then file from where I want to read. The next thing is mapper object dot read value. We can call the read value. First, we have to pass the file. What is the JSON file? Right? This is the file object. Next, how to map it? In which format we want to map it? Map object taking a key as a string, that is test case name. This is the JSON test data, corresponding test case data. So we have to construct it. Mapper dot read value, take the file object, comma, second parameter is mapper dot get type factory dot construct a map. Construct a map. We are constructing by using mapper dot get type factory method. Call the type factory method. On that again call the construct map type. So here we have to create what we are creating map object. What is the key string? What is the key string? What is the value? JSON test data. Key is the string, value is the JSON test data. How it will read? It will read data from this JSON file. This is the key. These are all the values. It will map to JSON test data. How it will map? We are keeping these keys should be same as in the project class variable names. Then it will map automatically to our test data map equals mapper dot read value. Give this constructor mapper dot get type factory method dot construct map type. Key is the here. What is the type map? What is the key string? What is the value? JSON test data dot plus. So it will read automatically and then it will store it in a test data map object. Now from map how to get the data? We can pass the key test case name. We will get the object. Similarly here I have created a get JSON test data. Get JSON test data. Pass the key. We can get the value from the map. So if we want to test it directly, we can test like this. We can test it. The main method we can create and then test it. Suppose if I run it. Okay, if we run it. Okay, what happened? See, it got a ran. See, base URI got a printed. It is successfully read the data from the JSON test data and then it is printed. So now we will see this is the util class, JSON util class. We have a static method here. Inside a static block, we are loading the load test data method. That means whenever we will call JSON util dot get test data first time, it will call automatically this static block. It will automatically call this method and it will load the data into the map. It will load the data into the map. So, okay, once it is done, okay, next thing is how to read this data. How to read this? We will use similarly in Excel we have used a data provider. Same way we can use the data provider to read the data by row. We will see this is the Excel data provider. This is the JSON data provider by row. Otherwise just simply JSON data provider. We can give some meaningful name. JSON data provider. We can keep it as a name as a JSON data provider. We can keep it both names as different or same. So get the method name, then read the data from the in Excel case. What we have done first, we read the data from Excel to map to test. Directly we can inside Excel itself. Inside Excel code itself, we can write down the code to get directly test data object. So just we have created a two different methods. So one is to read the data from the Excel, and then one more is to convert map to object in Excel. But here we don't require that much. Just we need to JSON util dot get test data. We can call the get test data by passing test case name. By passing the test case name, then what we will get? We will get the object of JSON test data. We'll get the object of corresponding row. We are passing the test case name. Corresponding data will be read and converted to JSON test data. Then this data test data, JSON test data, we will store it in a two-dimensional object, return it. Right, return it. Now coming to our how to execute it now, how to test it. Come to our test case API tester. I will create a one more. Okay, just a JSON API JSON test. Okay, API JSON test. Here we have a get users, create user. Remaining, you can also create, update, delete those things. Just currently we have these two get users test and here data provider we need to update it. What is the data provider? We need to use it here. We need to use the JSON data provider. We have to use the JSON data provider. Here come to our test case JSON data provider, JSON data provider. Okay, JSON data. First one is just it will execute and it will validate the response. Second one, it will create it and validate. Just I'm right click and running whether it is working or not. We'll see. Okay, it is failing. Why it is failing? Data provider mismatch. Data provider mismatch. Why? Data provider mismatch. We'll see. Just we'll check base test. Go to base test. Just verify. Okay, we have JSON data provider. Okay, JSON data provider. Is it calling this one? Execute it again. Okay, it is coming here. Okay, it is reading the data from the JSON. In debug mode anyway, it will a little bit slow. We run directly, it will faster. In debug mode, internally it will have multiple calls. So just it is waiting. Okay, it is populated the data. That's fine. It is getting the data. Okay, now. Okay. Now we have to keep the debug point. API JSON here. Just keep and debug it. Okay, why it is came again? Get users test. Get users test data. Okay. I think we need to change it to JSON test data. Right? We have changed the project class object. We have to change it to JSON test data. That's why it is getting confused. We have another class with the same name. So it is getting confused. What is the name we have given? JSON test data. Same name we have to provide. JSON test data. Okay, just update it to JSON test data. Then what is the right? Util also see nothing. We did not change. This is the copy paste issues. We have to make sure that while copy pasting, we have to change it. Okay. Now the problem is whatever we have created a different project class, right? So previously created one is accepting test data. This is the object we have sent previously. So now we have created a different project class. In this case, what we can do just to make it work for now, just for now. We have to what we have to do. We have to change this test data. It should work for both Excel and JSON. We can make it. We need to do some changes. We explain quickly. I did not change it. We can make it to change and it should work for both. For now, just what I will do. I can take same and then go to API util. For now, just I will update this thing. Okay, I think that is the one here, response value. Okay, this method is also got changed. Get expected response data. Will kept as a get expected response data. Okay, just change. That's it. Okay. While you are trying, just make it only once so that we no need to maintain multiple things. So now the problem is in another class we'll get issue. That's fine. We can ignore those things for now. Okay, dynamic data. Okay, we don't have this variable in the that class. We have to create this dynamic data also. Dynamic data object. We have to keep it in JSON test data also. These JSON dynamic data we are sending from code itself, not from the JSON file. Right file. Okay, for get expected response data, we have to add dynamic email, and for dynamic data, we are keeping it. This is the dynamic data we are using to replace the dynamic values in the JSON. This is for to validate the response data. Run as okay, TestNG test. Okay, that's fine. We'll see. Okay, it started execution. Okay, it successfully returned the get users. Then one test case is failed. What? Both are failed. Class cast exception array list cannot be converted to where we are getting get users API. First validate response. Okay, validate response. We are getting as a map only. But what it is saying, class cast exception, array list cannot cast to string. Array list cannot be. I think it is coming in different. In the while reading from the Excel, we got it as a map that expected response. It should come in a map only. Why we kept as a map only. Okay, just quickly we'll run it in debug mode. We'll see what is the issue. Okay, data provider. Okay, fine. It is returning fine. Execution is also done. Only in the response side, something we are getting issue. Test data dot get expected. This is the what we are sending to validate it. Right here we are getting okay one email. Okay, here we are iterating for each. We are treating it as a map, linked dash map. Okay, linked dash map. Okay, here also fine. Okay, maybe key. Oh, okay, page. Where is page? From where we are sending the page. Expected response. Comes here our JSON. Something we are sending extra data to validate. Come to our JSON file. So, right, these two things, it is not available in the response. Right, that is just a copy paste mistake. Oh, okay. Currently, from where we are reading this testData.json. Okay. Get users, create, delete. Oh, these things we will not get. This is from another API. Just ignore it. Okay. First thing is get users API. Okay, it is fine. request, but from where we have changed it? I think here we have changed it. Okay, I think here I have changed. Let me copy paste. Okay, I have changed it in a wrong place. Now correct it. Close everything. Okay, this is the JSON file, right? This is the one test case. This is the second test case. You can keep it any number of test cases like this. If you want multiple JSONs, you can keep it multiple JSONs also. But we need to write a, here we are reading single JSON file. You can loop it. How many files are there? You can loop it and map to the same map object. But we have to make sure that key should be unique in all the JSON files. Otherwise, it will override the data. Right now, come to our actual test case. API JSON. Now right click and run as. Okay. Okay. See, now it is executed successfully. No issues. So like this, right? It is very easy, lightweight. JSON is a very lightweight. We can also change very easily compared to Excel. We can keep it any number of JSON files. We can keep it, and we can simply just copy paste and change the data. That's it. Right. For every request, it will be same. Fields will be same only. We are reading the fields and we are mapping to the object JSON test data object. JSON test data object. Right, it is very simple. And by using the data provider, we are reading that data from the map, right? From the map. Whenever we will call get data, get test data from this map, we are passing the test case name, we are getting the value. Whenever first time when we call, static method will be executed, it is loaded entire data into map. We no need to read multiple times. Only it will read only one time. So like this, we can read the JSON data into the map. Right. Either based on our project, whoever involved, we can maintain in the Excel or JSON, or both also we can maintain. Test data. This is very important in real time. How to read data from the Excel or JSON files, how to pass to the test case, actual test case, how to pass to the actual test case. These are all very important things. And then, okay, in the next class, we'll see how to integrate with the reports. That is one more important thing, right? We require a report. Otherwise, how we will know which test case is passed, which test case is failed? I want to send it to my manager or lead or some others. What we have executed, how many passed, how many failed? We have to send it the report. So is important. One more thing. One is the test data maintenance, and then one more is the report. Very important. We will see in the next class how to integrate extent report. We will see how to integrate with the extent report. That we will see. If you like the video, just like and comment it and share it to your friends. If you have any doubts, please feel to comment in the comment section. I will reply to it. Thanks for watching.